What's up, you guys? How about a new class from the CrystalNinja showing how to colorize your epoxy with these beautiful mica powders from Mr. Nola's Glitter, KiraKira Rhinestones, and Swarovski crystals, and of course your trusty Crystal Katana tool. Check it out. Alright, welcome back, you guys. Thanks for joining in on the CrystalNinja channel. Today we're going to show how to crystallize a domed lid using a variety of some really pretty yellow stones. We've got this super cute snow globe cup that Boss Ninja Susie made, and so I'm going to accentuate it with just doing crystallizing the lid. So we're going to dive on into it pretty quickly and go over what you're going to need for this project. So I'm going to be using the CG500. It's in a barrel cartridge that you will need the applicator gun for, the little device. And we're going to be using a variety of KiraKira glass rhinestones with a couple of citrine shimmer in Swarovski, and a little prep kit to sand, and of course your Crystal Katana tool to pick up your stones, as easy as pie. And also I was at Tumbler Con last year and picked up a nice variety pack of these beautiful micas from Mr. Nola's Glitter over in New Orleans, of course. And so I'm going to use those today to colorize my two-part epoxy. So let's get on into this and let's just start going. First, we'd like to sand. If you can sand, I would like you to sand. Sometimes you cannot. And I'm going to sand off of my desk. I don't want to get any debris or anything on my workstation that puts dust in your glue, dust on your items. So I'm going to sand real quickly off of the desk. Okay, so it's all sanded. We've got these super cute little emery boards in our little prep kit. It also comes with two little wipes of alcohol. So once you sand, wipe off with a dry cloth, and then we're going to clean this with just rubbing alcohol. Give this a nice little wipe to get those really tiny dust particles off, and all of this will help your glue adhere a little bit nicer. We always want the best bond that we can get. There we go, and then toss that. All right, now we're fully prepped, so let's work on getting our mix of stones together. We normally have preset mixes on the site for you guys, but this will help you see how we kind of do this. It's not going to be the same for everyone. Everyone's spacing is different, everyone's item is different, and everyone's stone choice could be different. But here's one way we start when we try to create, pardon me, a nice little mix of things. So I first take this handy dandy measurement of my fingers. A little scoop of those go right there. Next we have this is the mocha coating, the mocha of the mocha yellow. Another scoop of my little fingers, just a little scoop, that's all I'm doing. And let's grab some jonquil. So I've got 30s and those are 16s. Let's grab some 20s of the jonquil. Sometimes changing up the color according to the size is pretty helpful. A little mix of those, and also because I want, no, that's fine, just those in the jonquil. And I think I'm going to add a few more small ones. Let's do these look like they're the 12s in the citrine. Same, little tiny little grab, little and let's add some, let's look at that. So we're going to have pops of the opaque, and then that citrine is nice and strong. You want to pay attention to your strong colors, that they're not too strong and that they stand out too much, but that's what I prefer. So you can totally have something in there that's definitely stronger. But I've got large ones, I've got small ones, I've got medium ones, 30, 20, 16, and 12. And now I'm going to put in a nice premium citrine shimmer from Swarovski from my other side here. And same thing, I'm going to grab just a pinch, drop it on in. Oh, one got in there. And then let's also add some size 9s, SS9 in Swarovski. Just a little pinch. Get some nice small ones in there. And that is going to be our mix. This is probably enough for half of this lid, but that's what we're going to show you guys what's going to happen. So by the end of this little tutorial, you'll have a lot more idea of what it's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and add some 8s in this awesome mocha yellow, and I'm going to just grab with my 2 fingers and drop a couple of those in, maybe 1 more. So that's the same as the first scoop, and they're trying to come out. So okay, you guys want to work so bad, let's let them out. And I am going a little faster with this. We've had a couple of requests for our little tutorials or classes to go faster, so I'm trying to do that as well. And okay, I think I'm ready to start. So with the glue, let's show you real quick how to do that. We're going to open it up. It does come with 2 static, these are called static mixers. There's a little maze on the inside. The 2 parts will mix together inside there. I save these for more important projects that need those tips. I'm going to actually mix the mica powder in, so I need this to be kind of on a mixing surface, and I just prefer to use little post-it notes. They're super fun, inexpensive. Everybody's got post-it notes. And to load this gun, you need to press this silver thing, pull this plunger all the way back, make sure it's nice and clear, pop in both of your the barrel, not both of anything, and then close it down. You'll hear it click. Open it up, take the lid off. You'll see that the lid only goes on a certain way. There's a little tick right here. Is it in focus? Don't know, probably not. But you'll see there's a little tick, and you have to line that lid back up. That way you're not putting the lid on and curing itself to the lid. So we're going to give it a small, you have to kind of click a few times. That's probably a little too much glue for this, but for the class, it's okay. So I'm putting my lid back on the same way that it came off. Put that aside, and we're going to mix it using just a nice little cotton swab. Oops. These you can get off Amazon. They're just little lip gloss applicators, disposable. We definitely use paintbrushes, but these have just kind of come into our studio, and I love using them. They're pretty awesome. So you're going to give us a nice little stir. Stir. This glue is a very long cure 2-part epoxy. It is kind of thick, as you can see. Just give it a mix for a couple of minutes. You have probably 45 minutes to 1 hour of working time, which is plenty of time to do this whole lid, but I'm only going to show you guys half the lid so that we can go through this a little bit faster. And so give it a nice little mix, and then now I'm going to mix in the mica powder. So we've got these beautiful colors, and I want to get this kind of light. And actually, am I even? Yeah, no, these 2 are fine. I was about to add something else, but nope, I think I'm happy with just this. Let's open these up carefully. And I have a little silicone scoop. You can use anything, of course, to scoop these guys in, and I want a pretty hefty scoop. I hope that's in focus there. And then drop it right on the post-it note. You can shake that off here. Mica powders can get everywhere. Do not get them on the tip of your katana, your Crystal Katana tool. It will stop working. So keep your area nice and clean. Always clean everything off. Don't let any dust or glitters get in your area. It's going to help keep this mat nice and clean, and that's how we flip our stones nice and easy. Alright, and so now I'm going to give that a wipe, and we're going to add some nice, it's called iridescent gold. It's a very light, but it has iridescent to it. Go ahead and mix that in, because I want it to be kind of a mix of both of these colors. So you can totally mix as you want. Lots of colors, different colors, but for this I'm using 2 colors, number 17 iridescent gold and 24 light gold from Mr. Nola's glitter. Super pretty stuff, and that I got at TumblerCon last year in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so mixing in mica powders and glitters, you want to mix them in, you want to fold them in slowly, and fold them in, because if you mix too fast, they're going to run away. Just like my husband did for 12 years. Haha, just making sure you guys are listening. Just kidding. But now we are working as one team, never to be apart again. just a little humor. Okay, so fold this in. It will change the texture of your two-part epoxy. You can see that it's getting a bit thicker, which is fine. It does not change the chemistry of the two-part epoxy. The exothermic reaction, two parts will mix, and they will cure at the time that they're formulated for. Some epoxies are 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. There's some that are 4 hours, and some, as you guys know, if you're into doing the epoxy tumblers, there's some that take many, many days. So this is an epoxy glue. It is not an epoxy, a coating epoxy, and it is made by Swarovski. It's a very high-end, very good glue that stays or works very well in all temperatures. We use this on cars. We love using this on exterior items because it holds up so well. It can expand and contract with heat and cold. And that's enough glue talk. Okay, so to get this onto your cup, see now it's a nice thick, and if you add glitter, it will become even thicker. So you'll notice a texture change, but it will not change the cure time or the working or the how it works. All right, here we go. So on this cup, I've already sanded, I've cleaned, and we're just going to apply, and your stones are going to slide. It is the nature of the beast using these types of glues, but you just need to do a little practice because the glue works for you. You don't work for that glue. I don't like waiting for glue to start curing and then add stones. If you're wanting to work faster, then get a shorter cure time glue. Having a longer cure time is the longer the cure, the better the bond. So I'm looking for a super good bond on this lid here. And yes, it can be washed. Yes, it can go through the dishwasher, but this is jewelry for your cup, your accessory for your cup. So just give it a hand wash. You'll need to take out the grommet to wash in there, and just give that a hand wash. You want to treat your things nicely, even though it can go in the dishwasher. Just rinse it off and wash it by hand. It's totally fine. It'll last you a lot longer. You don't have to worry about things hitting it in the dishwasher. And you want to go all the way up to this little edge here, and I'm rolling it. Sometimes if you like scrape it, you might take off your mica powder. So I'm gently getting it on here, and then as I need it to be more opaque or thicker, I'm going to roll this little applicator. And it works really good with the glitters too. Really well with the glitters. Just get it right up to this ledge here, and you won't see any lines. Your stones are going to cover all of this. So I'll just do like a quarter of this cup just for time. And you want to feather out your edges so you don't have a harsh line. A little bit thicker than we normally work with, but I'm okay with that. It's good to practice different thickness of the glues. You can see how sometimes the glue can drown the stones, then you've got too much glue. Sometimes you don't have enough glue. So it's good to practice. It's different with everyone, so please practice a few times. We never recommend for someone to grab a project that they're automatically wanting to sell, and they just do it one time and they sell it, and they don't know why it didn't work out, or it didn't hold up, or it reacted differently. So please practice quite a bit before you start selling these items. Okay, this is about a quarter of the lid, and I definitely have too much glue, but that's quite all right. And you can wipe these off and try to reuse them if you want, but they're very inexpensive, so I'm going to just set mine aside, and we're going to get started. So I like to mix my stones with this certain technique. This is what we call a sprinkle fill. We're going to use all different sizes, all different colors, and when you put them into a pile and you can kind of just work randomly, that's kind of how it's working out. So I'm not going to go through and pick different sizes or colors. I'm just going to work first through this little line here, and whatever stone is right side up and ready to go is the one that goes on first. And I'm going to start working from this middle part just because that's where I started. You probably should start from here and go around, or it's different with everybody, and I do enjoy doing stuff different a lot of times just to see the outcome. And using your Crystal Katana tool, you gently touch the stone, the top here. It's a synthetic wax tip. Picks up anything small: paper, plastic, metal, nail art, little dried pressed flowers, model train parts, model car parts, all types of small items that you're trying to pick up in place that tweezers just don't do it for you. I used tweezers my first 8 years of doing this type of work, and it's definitely had a wear and tear on my grip. And so just by adding in the stones, oops, I didn't even touch that one. I am a little bit rushed today, but that's all right. And just keep going until your area is filled up. When you get to this ridge, you may want to add a little bit more glue. When there's a ridge or a weird bump in something, we like to call that gap filling. Sometimes you want to have a little bit extra glue because these stones will teeter on that line, that dent in the item. And so the glue does ooze out a little bit right there. Don't be worried. You need it to do that in order to hold that gap. And because the glue is just so pretty, it's all right. But let's put a bigger stone because that's a little, so you don't want it to drown it. If I'd have put a small stone there, it would probably have drowned it. There we go. So just keep on at it. I like to keep mixing them up, flipping them over, getting them ready. We have all of these colors available on CrystalNinja.com. All the glues. We probably will add the applicators, but you can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. And of course we have the Crystal Katana tool, among other easy to use pickup tools. We are the inventor and the manufacturer of this tool, and we have 5 United States patents to go with it, which is pretty special. And there we go. So just keep doing that. Once you're done with this, you can take a break or keep mixing. You'll have to mix a new glue. I don't like to apply glue already mixed. I mix up a fresh batch. And then the benefit to having colorized epoxy is that in between all your gaps, you're going to have gaps. It just looks very nice to have it be a metallic gold. It looks lovely, and it's also pleasing to the eye underneath. So there you go. And that's why we like to colorize our epoxy. You can also paint your item, but this is just another quick way that we like to use. Okay, so I went ahead and added some fresh glue here. Oops, my finger in it. This amount of stones that we made earlier with the 1 pinch was enough to do half. So we're going to go ahead and add another round of pinches, and then you'll have enough to do this whole lid. So let's add more stones. Okay, you guys, so I'm just going to finish up with you here, and hope I've covered all the questions that you might have. If not, leave them down below in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can. Also, if you guys enjoy this channel, please give us a subscribe down below and hit that bell, and that will notify you to when we are on, so that you don't miss out on any other fun projects. And I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me finish up. And this is the remainders of the mix that you guys saw me make with it was a total of 2 little sprinkles of each color and size total, and going all the way around. This is how many I have left over, and I think if I would have done 3, it would have been a little bit too much. Also, if you wanted to do the edges, then you might have plenty if you did 3 grabs of your stones, give or take. It does take practice, and it makes for a super nice sprinkle fill, and you can use lots of fun colors to get, you know, a nice all over look, like this beautiful sunny yellow. And we are about done. Just like that, easy peasy. Was there one more little guy? Sure, that's fine. And you, of course, can get them more close and more crowded and use up every single little stone that you want. But I like the way the gold glitter, the gold mica powder shows through. It is there for a reason, to help accentuate your gaps. And I think it looks pretty nice. Check all of your edges. Edges are very important. Make sure everything is nice and straight all the way around, and then I think you're done. So I would still watch this for a little while, because as you can see from when you start doing something like this, these stones will move because the glue is very slippery. So you got to keep an eye on it. The glue works for you. You don't work for the glue. All right, that looks pretty good. And that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial on how to sprinkle fill this tumbler lid and how to make your own sprinkle mixes. So I hope that has helped out. And sometimes you get a little broken one, but we pull those out. You don't want to have any sharp edges on your item or for your customer's item. And I hope you have enjoyed this. So see you guys soon.